KnifeDope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. KnifeDope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. You see this knife here in front of you? This wonderful Manix 2. This knife is very important in my knife journey. This is actually the very first Spyderco I had ever purchased. Had such a profound effect on me that approximately close to 2 years later, and we're looking at about 34, 35 currently in the collection. It is by far my favorite production knife company. And there's good reason for that. They make fantastic knives. But the reason why I'm really showing you this Manix 2 is we have an upcoming competition, a fierce competition at that. Myself, Kev from Duty's Daggers, and Mr. Kelly from Rochambeau EDC have got a Manix 2 build competition. Some may call it a build-off. And we are going to be doing it live on Lefty from Lefty EDC's channel. We will be announcing the date as we get closer to that, to the actual time of the competition. But it's going to be somewhere towards the end of May. And I just got my notification today that my scales are en route. Now the real question is, which Manix will I be modding? Will it be this one? You just never know. But that's not what we're here to talk about, people. Not at all. Got 4 knives to be checking out. 2 of these are actually new purchases of mine, and 2 of them are from the pass around group. And so without further ado, let's get to the dope. All right. If you follow this channel, you know how we roll. Gotta go with America first. And today we got a new one coming to us from Kershaw. Got 2 actually coming from Kershaw. This one right here is an automatic. This is the first time. Oh, I lied to you. This is the Bel Air. Even better. So this is Kershaw's attempt, I feel, to give us a direct competitor to the bug out. And I tell you what, my initial impression is they were successful in that. These come in at $164. Now the standard, or rather the lowest version, the base version of the bug out is about $171. So coming in a little bit cheaper. And for the materials we're getting, I think it's going to definitely be the way to go. We've got thumb studs for deployment. We've got their version of the crossbar lock, which they call the Duralock. Aluminum scales with a nice Cerakote finish. Don't necessarily know what color that is. Kind of like a cream almost, right? Black hardware. We've got a deep carry reversible pocket clip that is not inset, but the screws are recessed. Flat screws. Let's go ahead and check it out. Okay. Not bad for a crossbar lock, not mushy at all. We're looking at 7.1 inches as far as overall length. Of that, 3 inches is in this fantastic reverse Tonto blade. CPM, magna cum laude. That's right, people. Magna cut. Full flat grind. Gorgeous black wash finish. 90,000 blade stock. Add that all up, and what do you get? She's a slicey hoe. Feels great in the hand. Weight comes in at 2.9 ounces, so it's gonna stay close to the weight of that bug out. I think the bug out probably like 1.9 or something like that, or just over 2. Very lightweight that bug out is. But you got to keep in mind here, we've got full length stainless steel liners as well. I think Kershaw's crushed it with this one. You know, Kershaw has really stepped their game up in the last year in particularly, and this is evidence of things to continue. Fantastic job there on the plunge grind. You see your edge termination is done exquisitely well, so you're gonna have tons of sharpening. Yeah, I dig it. I had heard so many good things about it, but I wasn't sure until getting it in the hand. But solid contender, solid competition for the bug out. So let's go ahead and put up a couple of comparisons to give you all a better idea on the size of this one. Let's go with the bug out killer, which is the Hogue Deca version 2. Don't get it fucked up. Last up, got to give y'all a overseas competition, and that is going to be the Kaiser Escort. Now, this is the more budgety version of the Escort, but they got one that comes with aluminum scales. That's 20 CV. That one's a little bit cheaper, not much, probably like 10, 13 bucks cheaper. So, you know, that is a cheaper option. But if you want to keep it all American, you can go with the Hogue Deca as a alternative, or you can fuck around and get yourself one of those godforsaken Benchmade bug outs. But that one was the Bel Air from Kershaw. Okay, so that was the Bel Air. That means this one has got to be the auto. And if it is, it is. This is the Kershaw Launch 19. Now, I've yet to try any of Kershaw's automatic knives, but a lot of people talk very positively about them. These come in at $169. We've got aluminum handle with a brown G10 overlay. Got a reversible stainless steel pocket clip that is this one inset? No, but we do have, no, mushroom screws as well. We got a push button for deployment. Woo! That bitch has a kick. We're looking at 7.75 inches as far as overall length, 3.3 inches as far as blade length. Really digging this clip point blade here. And CPM 154 is the steel. Nice deep flat grind. We've got 120,000 blade stocks, so she's very slicey. 3.06 ounces is the weight. Now the way you got to close this is you're going to have to mash that button on the way down. Now ergonomically, we got a generous finger choil, so you can definitely accommodate that full purchase, no refund. I like this, man. I really do. I'm not really big into automatics, you know, in general, but I really never thought I'd like an out the side one. But I think this would be good. I don't mind this one at all. Now I know certain people have spoke about the price on this one because of the steel. You know, $169. You are getting CPM 154, which is essentially just the powdered version of 154 CM. American made, $169. Or you can go ahead and pay $150 for the 154 CM. So I don't think it's really that far out of, I don't think they're, you know, incorrect or wrong as far as their pricing goes. Sure, we would all love to have knives cheaper, but I don't think they were really out of pocket for doing it at $169. But that one is the Launch 19. Okay, now these next two are knives that I purchased. This first one is coming to us from WE. Now, something that was brought to my attention as I was prepping for this video is just exactly how many goddamn WE knives I've bought in the last year. I had no idea, you know. I knew that I had been starting to really enjoy their designs, but man, oh man, was I surprised when I saw how many of these goddamn WE boxes I actually have in my storage closet. There's quite a few. I mean, I'd say probably, you know, 5 to 7, somewhere in that range. But this one here is the newest rendition of the WE Banter. Now, I've yet to own a Banter, but I do have quite a few of the baby Banter. As a matter of fact, that baby Banter was the very first knife, small size knife that I fell in love with. But this Banter is a little bit bigger. These come in at $113. This is a Ben Peterson design. If you're not familiar with the name, he's the gentleman behind NAFs. But here she goes. This version has got the slightly contoured canvas micarta scales. Purple is the color on these. Deep carry reversible pocket clip that is inset with recessed screws. So American companies, take note of that. Thumb studs for deployment. Nice little snappy detent. Loving this blade shape. Now this is the this is what makes this version new, is the actual Wharncliffe. They had yet until now given us a Wharncliffe version to the Banter. They do have a Wharncliffe version for the baby Banter. But we've got 6.4 inches as far as overall, 2.8 in this gorgeous blade. S35 VN is the steel. Love WE's gray stonewash finish. It just looks amazing. High flat grind once again. 100,000s for your blade stock thickness. So you guessed it, another slicey hoe. Yeah, ergonomically feels fantastic in the hand. 2.27 ounces is the weight. Now, the biggest thing I'm noticing as far as difference between this and the Baby Banter, obviously, is going to be that finger choil. We do not have it on this, but by doing that, we will have more cutting edge. I like it. Riding on cage bearings, so buttery smooth action, nested liner lock, plenty of room for your disengagement. Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. I think it's going to be a great cutter, and we will find out because it's going in the pocket tomorrow. Now let's go ahead and put some knives up against this one. Got to show you that Baby Banter. So there you see that. Then we're going to go ahead and do this one. The iconic F5.5, baby. So you can see the Banter is smaller than the F5 and a little bit bigger than the Baby. You know, the Baby Banter was my first introduction to small pocket carry knives. But I must say that in the grand scheme of things, the Native 5, or rather the Little Native, is my favorite small pocket knife. But here we have the wee Banter. Okay, last one. This one I'm excited about, people. As you can see, we've got another Spyderco. Oh, shit. Now, this one right here, I had really wanted back in 2022, but they were sold out. And then when 2023 came around, I ended up actually trying to, and I ended up purchasing a Yojimbo 2. Tried my damnedest to make the knife stick with me. Bought scales multiple times over. Never carried it. As a matter of fact, I just sold it. So because I sold one, I figured it was only right for me to add one. And it just so happens while I was looking on Amazon, this was in stock. She was winking at me, so I had to do what I had to do. But this is coming from the Taiwan factory, or rather the Taiwan facilities of Spyderco. And this one is, wait for it, goddammit, the Spyderco Canis. Oh, goddammit, bitch is pretty. These came in at $238. We've got this G10 carbon fiber peel-plied laminate that actually does not feel and look as bad as I thought it would, you know. I've got, I think the Smock is another one that I've got that's got like this peel-ply carbon fiber G10 laminate. That one I'm not a big fan of, but this one does not look nearly as bad. Round hole for your deployment. Woo! D10 is dialed the fuck in. Look at this gorgeous Wharncliffe. We've got 8.12 inches as far as overall length. This is a Kelly McCann design. If you aren't familiar with Mr. McCann, he is a world leader in counterterrorism, anti-terrorism, close combat, and generally just an overall badass. So you can see we've got this fantastic blade shot. I love a good goddamn Wharncliffe. 3.43 inches of it, CPM S30V. We've got a nice shallow hollow grind there with this mid-blade weight-saving swedge. So not only is it saving us a little bit of weight, it's going to also pass through material rather smoothly. 4.1 ounces is the weight. You've got your 4-position pocket clip, so you can you know, move it around to your liking. Blade stock thickness 118 thousandths. She's gonna just glide through material. Love that belt satin finish. It looks goddamn good. Now, as far as ergos goes, no issues there. Feels great in the hand. We've got 2 spots on the handle that are going to act essentially like finger guards. So you got one there at the front and then one in the back. No finger choil there, so keep that in mind. You do have a nice little bit of a thumb ramp, so you can, once you're locked in, you're locked in. Now, this is more of a fighting knife, quote unquote, a self-defense knife. I've actually started to, I don't got many in the collection, but I got a few. So this is going to be added to that list of fighting knives. Let's go ahead and put up 2 comparisons for this one. Let's keep it fighting knives. Fuck it. USA made, Spyderco Canis. So here you see the Canis up against that. Last but certainly not least, more fighting knife vibes. We're gonna go with the Michael Janich design, Spyderco Micro Jimbo. So the Canis is bigger than both of these. I love it. I absolutely love it. Out of all the knives I've shown you today, this one is going to be my my pick for me, for sure. You know, God, I just love Spyderco as a brand, man. You know, I know that that's no secret, but I've got a thing for that fucking company. That Spider, man, she just does something to me, you know? But more importantly, I want to know what you fuckers think. Which one of these is y'all's favorite? Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something, cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers!